Welcome to another episode of Daily Musings from Sacred Ground. I was reading a book by Thich Nhat Hanh called Transformation at the Base. A later version of it is called Understanding Our Mind. But in chapter 9, he talks about the collective consciousness and the individual consciousness and how this all comes together in the moment of the reader reading the book. And I'll just share a little bit from it here. He says, "Let us look deeply into this book." And he says, "Now the conditions are sufficient for me to offer this book and for you to read it." And he goes on to say how, somebody else is not reading this book, but you are. And what are all the conditions that lead to that moment? The moment of him creating the book, but then the moment of me or you reading the book, or the moment of you watching this video, the moment of us watching a film, or whatever it is that we do. And it bubbled up something in me. I'm drawn toward books from the past, artists from the past, stories from the past. And so my invitation to you is to choose something, maybe an author that you read 20 years ago, or that you heard about 15 years ago, someone who's not well known, or some bit of work of someone that is not that popular right now, and to soak in that for a little while. To read some novel that's not that well known, that came out 50 years ago, 100 years ago. To look up some artists that not many people are talking about. And there's something about, in terms of our collective consciousness and our individual consciousness, we get to bring it to life. We get to bring it forward. I love old children's literature, to bring a story that maybe very few people have heard, and to just bring it to life within myself. And then what are the reverberations of that? So that's the invitation to, of course, we go towards things that are popular, that are well known. Maybe it's a movie, right? Maybe there's some actor that you like, but here's a film of theirs that I know almost nothing about. Why not watch that one? What happens when we bring those things up, when we raise them up into our consciousness, and we might end up talking about them or sharing about them with others, or maybe they just kind of come up in us, and then whatever bounces around within us and how that then goes out into the world. So I invite you to find something maybe not so popular, not so well known. Could be a poet, could be a novelist, could be a philosopher, an artist, a film, and bring it to life within yourself, and know that then brings it forward in some reverberating way. I'm Michael Malley, and you've been listening to Daily Musings from Sacred Ground.